Hey, what's up guys? This is Uzumaki Clan here today, coming at you with the review finally. And I just wanted to get this review out of the way because as you can see, well, if you live in my area, it's 9 o'clock in the evening, and that bed looks real good right now, but I'm just going to be doing this really quick because I want to get this out of the way because I haven't done a review in about 3 weeks. And like I said, if you guys watched my update video, I apologize for that. That I was keeping my videos on hold. But now I'm back, and so yeah, this is going to be my thoughts on the third segment of the third chapter of Stephen King's It. And this one's entitled Ben Haskam Takes a Drink. So in this chapter takes place in a local bar in Nebraska. And the funny thing about this is that, and this, I don't know if this is an Easter egg that King intended on doing, because I believe this came out like 2 years after the movie, but the setting of the third segment of this chapter takes place in, I shit you not, in Gatlin, Nebraska. And if you don't know where Gatlin, Nebraska is, it is the setting of the Children of the Corn. Yeah, yeah. So Children of the Corn has a connection towards it. Now that's funny right there. Now that shows you that King wants to give us a little hint of nostalgia as we're reading and it's just really funny to me. I mean, first we heard about Shawshank, because that's where those kids from the second chapter went after they committed an assault against that gay guy. And now we get a setting in the Children of the Corn area. I thought that was very funny. And but anyways, going back to the main point, the chapter itself takes the point of view of one of the main characters, Mike Haskam. I'm sorry. It's sometimes I'm just really tired, and sometimes I fumble my words when I'm in that stage. But yeah, the chapter takes place Ben going out and having himself, a beer or two, and basically what ends up happening is that Ben, before he came in, got a phone call from Mike, who is the one who contacts everybody and tells them that it has returned. So during this, we get to have a lot of detail of Ben's life as a famous architect. And it's really interesting because we also get a little bit of backstory from a minor character, Ricky Lee, who is actually the bartender. And another thing that I really enjoyed about this particular part is the amount of foreshadowing being placed within the third segment itself. In this, we get a lot of detail of Ben discussing the scar that was given to him by the Bowers gang and Henry Bowers himself, which is real nice because it kind of builds up to what is to come as we read along. And we also get a little hint when he mentions Ben's past struggles with his weight. In particular, when he was younger, he's discussed, which is a huge part of the story as time goes on, is about how he was neglected as a kid, and because of him being overweight, and how he was picked on and bullied because of it. And it shows a lot of realism for those who have been picked on for that particular reason. I mean, in a way, I can kind of relate to how I felt, because when I remember when I was younger, I was extremely obese. Like you couldn't even tell that was me. And it all stopped once I started going to high school and I started playing sports. So, in a sense, I can relate to the way how Ben was mistreated in his younger years because of that particular reason. It also brings a hint of relatability towards the character as well. And also it helps you reflect after reading the book, seeing how far these kids have come. Like I said about the Richie video, how far all 7 of them come from being little kids into very successful men and women. And also with Ricky Lee, we get to know about his life as well. We get to know about him and his relationship with his father, and how he was given the responsibility to take over his father's bar. And we also get to see that Ricky Lee is somewhat of a comedic relief because of the hilariousness of the thought of feeling of what's going to happen to Ben, because in this segment Ben gets drunk, and I don't even mean like lightheartedly drunk. No, like straight up Ben gets nasty drunk. Like, he asked him for lemon wedges, and Ben out of nowhere grabs one of them, and he freaking squirts it in his eyes. So I really enjoyed that, because out of all of this, dark, edgy story, we get a hint of comedy, a hint of a hit of humor, and I really admired that. So we also, in this chapter, we also get a I keep calling it chapter. It's a segment, but you know what I mean. I mean, it's part of the story itself. We see Ben giving Ricky Lee 4